Tesla's Cybertruck, once hailed as the future of electric trucks, is now banned in multiple countries worldwide, and Tesla is officially pulling out of these markets in a shocking retreat. The Cybertruck is being seized at borders and blocked by regulators. What was supposed to revolutionize the road is now facing a hard stop. When Tesla first unveiled the Cybertruck back in 2019, it was bold, bizarre, and undeniably disruptive. The internet exploded. Pre-orders flooded in and over 1 million reservations from across the globe were made. Tesla fans, tech lovers, and even skeptics were all watching. Elon Musk promised international rollouts, including plans to produce the truck at Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory to meet massive demand in Asia. With its futuristic design and Tesla's track record of innovation, the Cybertruck was seen as a game-changer in both the electric vehicle and pickup markets. But as it turns out, what makes the Cybertruck revolutionary is also what's getting it banned. But once the hype died down and the Cybertruck started facing real-world scrutiny, countries around the world began pushing back, and hard. The issues weren't minor either. From safety violations to regulatory red flags, the Cybertruck quickly became more of a legal headache than a global success. The United Kingdom was among the first to draw the line. Regulators cited multiple violations. The Cybertruck didn't meet basic pedestrian safety standards, lacked traditional side mirrors, was too wide for many UK roads, and couldn't accommodate the right-hand drive system. In the UK, it was non-compliant. Norway, one of the most EV-friendly nations on Earth, also raised alarms. The massive size of the Cybertruck and its rigid exoskeleton were deemed dangerous for pedestrians in the event of a collision. Even the Norwegian EV Association, typically supportive of electronic innovation, advised against approving it for road use. Germany flat out rejected the Cybertruck. Their main concerns were that the truck lacked crumple zones, relied too heavily on its stainless steel shell for safety, and failed multiple compliance checks. Authorities were also wary of the absence of physical controls and standard safety features. China, once considered a key manufacturing hub for Tesla, quietly dropped plans to produce the Cybertruck at the Shanghai Gigafactory. Regulatory red tape, combined with mounting safety concerns, put a halt to Tesla's expansion plans. South Korea didn't hold back either. The Cybertruck failed both crash test and pedestrian impact evaluations. Its autonomous features also lacked local certification, making it ineligible for road approval. Australia imposed restrictions due to the Cybertruck being left-hand drive only, while Ireland and several other European countries echoed similar safety and design concerns. Across the board, the same red flags kept popping up. Oversized dimensions, lack of standard safety equipment, and a design that simply didn't fit within international regulations. What Tesla saw as bold innovation, global regulators saw as a potential disaster waiting to happen. And instead of bending the rules, country after country chose to slam the doors shut. Tesla's reaction to the wave of bans was, at first, exactly what you would expect from Elon Musk: defiant. He dismissed regulators as small-minded, accusing them of stifling innovation with outdated rules. Not only this, but he leaned into the controversy, suggesting the Cybertruck wasn't built to please bureaucrats but to push boundaries. But behind the scenes, things were less bold and more panicked. Internal reports revealed emergency meetings at Tesla HQ as the scope of the global rejection became impossible to ignore. Countries that were once expected to be major markets were now blacklisted zones. Quietly, Tesla began issuing refunds to thousands of international pre-order holders. Eventually, the public tone shifted. Tesla executives admitted they had underestimated how difficult it would be to scale the Cybertruck internationally. Elon himself acknowledged that the vehicle's radical design was clashing hard with safety law and infrastructure limitations outside North America. Tesla officially began pulling back from regions where the Cybertruck faced insurmountable bans, choosing to focus instead on the US, Mexico, and Canada, where it remains road legal and relatively unchallenged. But the damage was done. In Europe, Tesla's brand took a hit. Once viewed as the face of EV innovation, it started being seen as arrogant and disconnected from real-world regulations. In Germany, Tesla's sales dropped 59%. In the UK, they fell by 12%. Investors weren't thrilled either. Tesla's stock saw brief but sharp volatility, driven by growing uncertainty around its international expansion plans. Analysts warned that while the Cybertruck might be a success in North America, the failure to secure global approval was a major blow to Tesla's long-term strategy. Meanwhile, competitors wasted no time stepping in. Rivian, Ford, and even legacy automakers capitalized on Tesla's absence. Their EV trucks, which adhered to safety norms and design standards, started gaining traction in markets where the Cybertruck had been effectively shut out. In trying to disrupt the industry, Tesla may have just disrupted its own momentum. Cybertruck's global rejection was due to its drastic clashes with regional EV policies. In Europe and Asia, strict safety standards required vehicles to include crumple zones, soft edges for pedestrian protection, and certified autonomous features. The Cybertruck, with its rigid exoskeleton and sharp armor-like panels, failed on nearly all fronts. Meanwhile, competitors like the Rivian RIT and Ford F-150 Lightning sailed through approvals. They met local crash test standards, featured adaptive safety systems, and aligned with infrastructure needs like appropriate vehicle width and mirror placement. Even in countries that welcome EV innovation, there's little regulatory tolerance for vehicles that threaten pedestrian safety or road compatibility. While the US tends to favor leniency and consumer choice, European and Asian regulators prioritize public safety, leaving little room for Tesla's aggressive, non-conforming design. In short, Tesla's biggest innovation might have just been too bold for the world it was built to enter. Some analysts believe Tesla's global retreat may not be a failure, but a calculated pivot. The Cybertruck's extreme design might have always been meant for the US market, where regulations are looser and Tesla's cult following is strongest. By pushing boundaries, Tesla could be testing how far it could go before regulators push back. There's also speculation that this is a strategic play. Dominate North America first, then release a redesigned, regulation-friendly Cybertruck 2.0 for global markets later. Or perhaps Tesla is willing to abandon the Cybertruck internationally to protect its brand identity as a rebellious innovator. Either way, this move signals something bigger. The public response to the Cybertruck bans have been sharply divided. Some view the vehicle as a bold symbol of innovation, a futuristic tank on wheels that breaks the mold of traditional automotive design. Others see it as a dangerous overreach, oversized, unsafe, and completely out of touch with real-world road conditions. Analysts have been more measured, pointing out the core tension between Tesla's disruptive approach and the rigid frameworks of international regulation. They argue that while innovation is essential, ignoring basic compliance is a costly gamble, one that's clearly backfired outside of North America. Governments, on their part, aren't budging. Officials across Europe, Asia, and Oceania have reiterated that pedestrian safety, environmental standards, and road compatibility are non-negotiable. No exceptions, not even for Tesla. The media has framed the story as a modern clash, Silicon Valley ambition versus global legal systems. And so far, the legal systems are winning. So, where does Tesla go from here? From now, the focus is firmly on North America. With fewer regulatory hurdles and strong brand loyalty, the US, Mexico, and Canada remain the primary markets for Cybertruck. But that doesn't mean Tesla is giving up on the rest of the world. There's talk of a potential redesign, one that softens the Cybertruck's aggressive features to meet international safety standards without sacrificing its futuristic appeal. Tesla could also use this as a learning curve, applying insights from the Cybertruck's failures to future EV models with global ambitions. At the same time, the company is watching regulatory shifts closely. If policies loosen or if Tesla can lobby for specific accommodations, the Cybertruck might get another shot overseas. Or it might quietly fade out as a bold experiment, one that made a statement but couldn't survive the rules of the real world.